Yeah, I got the stream up. Alright, let's get down for 2 hours. Real quick, get the stream pulled up on my phone. And then take a dab because I just filled up on Foodist. Ooh, Shamasuza. Yeah, take time. I'm gonna take a dab, so. Alright, so 1:10 a.m. Oh, excusez-moi.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust.
It's an actual
Turns
unicorn?
round, over there, look.
Oh, it is.
The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find
Or a
me
horse
among
with a
the
horn
other
on it.
phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Okay. Let me just jump off this. I'm sure I'll live, right? Yep, I'll just Fortnite parachute down there. I got that Fortnite battle pass. I just took the shit right out my ass.
But this is no true unicorn.
I'll just Axiom.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
What?
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Damn it. Come on, stay calm.
I cheated. I cheated.
Easy now.
Yeah, I use the Axie to quell her, to relax her.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is. Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper sportsmanship.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
We were unlucky, that's all. We must try to grab the next clue.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Unworthy. Entirely inappropriate behavior. A complete collapse of social...
That's cool. Just over 100 fast travel points.
Hold the fill at Sampono.
Yeah, midget.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
What the blazes?
They just appeared out of nowhere.
Someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
It's a dog.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
I literally just stole it out of his goddamn fucking. That's awesome. He's like, give me that. You don't get to play. It just breaks it. The guy's just like, I wanted to solve the riddle. That's awesome, man. Absolutely ruined their days.
Wine. Sunlight captured the light. It's positively useless. She can't possibly see a thing. What? You say so?
I imagine you've been all over the world.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
I am the rules.
Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of hard cheese.
Got no idea what I'm saying. Been like a drum.
Groans, hollows. Could be a cave, I guess.
Now that's just silly. Look, if we take groan, hollow it out and fill it with ease, the letters that is, we get green. Then mouse, but starting with what heads heart cheese. Why, it's greenhouse.
Pretty clever. And it sounds right to me.
There are
Better than
several
my guess.
greenhouses in the gardens, but only one with a door that locks, and the key to it looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
What the butch?
Chase him down, Daryl. Yeah, he's doing this all just mono-y Randler mono.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
A couple.
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
Oh boy, this is not gonna be... Yeah, just about to...
Let you kill again.
Whoop!
Come on, closer.
Oh shit. Oh. Ooh. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't know what that was for sure, but it looked good. I didn't know exactly what it, but I didn't want him to continue, that's for sure. Oh, I think it was a heal. Oh, that's so good. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, that was perfect. I can't say that it was on purpose. Like it was, but it worked out. Pretty sure I won't actually kill him. I mean, something tells me that this guy is gonna be, yeah, something tells me that this guy is gonna be like the last fight, or one of. Yeah, I'm starting to get locked in. We just started getting the knack for this game, and it felt like one of those ones where we weren't going to beat them this time.
You want to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
He's a vampire, I assume.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Huh. Vampires rarely help humans. Must have had his own agenda, hunting the beast.
You err. He slew it for one reason alone. The monster killed a lad who once, in the street, had offered Dettlaff an apple, expecting nothing in return.
Terribly noble of him.
You do not have a monopoly on altruism, my friend. Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him. Immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
So I'm gonna touch some JD. So glad I have that unlimited booty.
Up, shoop, dum, da, re, up, shoop.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter?
Lion.
Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
That kid's like, I love a good tipper.
dearest?
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint.
Ooh, Yennefer?
Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you, thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
Your Yen.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations.
We'll have to
Might
look into
actually
that.
be worth looking into.
What's that called? Turn and face the strange? And
Long live Duchessa Anna Henrietta.
I like this DLC so far. Did I level up? You're a villain, dude. I just be the level this one. Alright, now I'm gonna apply bleeding to my enemies. Oh, what's left? It seems like and they lose 50 vitality or essence points per second in the last 5 seconds.
That twisty twit.
Do you know the colors I would see on the Duchy's banners?
The Duchessa's champion.
Hey-ya!
Oh god.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
No, because this is where he's living.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
Itch my balls. Oh. Alright. No. Damn you. What the? What the? Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it. Just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic
Change
name.
it to shorts real fast
Resonance.
after.
Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope Resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Where are my shorts? There they are. Alrighty. Now it'll be easy to scratch my balls.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands. The closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were culled to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless. So, perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Which one do you want to ask, Edgar?
Got a new life, a new body. That give you a new start? Blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities can be over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity's a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Dettlaff, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
None of you bastards
Can't have been alive then.
pounding down that hooch.
Experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a Witcher?
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a Witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much. But I like being a Witcher.
It's like an infinite bottle of alcohol.
Honesty is an attribute of the truly
I want one.
and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
What you gonna do with that big fat butt? Wait till.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
No, I mean, it could be. Not as far as I know.
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger. No, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone
on the right side,
punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt. I try not to
It's
clutter
funny.
my mind.
It
with
just
the
came
details
up
of
randomly.
the far-fetched tale I
It
happen
just
to
fit because it was just a dialogue line came up and then it came up like it was like speaking the dialogue.
And a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the White's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Alright, now you're doing it on purpose. You said Pepe's fucking you?
Let's do this. Start making a decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could...
I don't know what Hector's talking about.
Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
I'm dead, dude. Pepe just came in my chat, wanted to let me know that you're lying through your teeth. Alright, let's read the bestiary and learn more about the spotted white. Where the fuck is this silent white? Do you see it, Hector? Oh. Thank you. What's up there, Penguino Bambino? Got the big Dino? Oh, they're vulnerable against fire, though, so that's nice. Dude, I'm still like... Yeah, it's because I drank like a... I only drank like one potion, I don't remember. But my toxicity was up crazy. You're a creature in a cave, Hector. But that makes sense. How's season 1? It's not out yet. It comes out after the server maintenance. I think it drops at like 1 a.m. 1:10 a.m. Oh my god, I didn't want to do that. Well, now I'm... So it's fine. I wanted to do that.
That's it, Roach.
Oh! The dressings, bandages.
What's that about?
Oh, I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. He's just bleeding out over there, dude. Holy shit. You goddamn podlets. Yeah, they're all at my level. Oh, speaking of... Oh, won't let me. Oh! Yeah, we did it.
Run, Roach. Bar guests. Never a good omen.
Whoa.
Spoons all over the place.
Oh, I forgot. That's probably what's causing the issues. I don't know why it just keeps breaking immediately. Whoa, dude. I'm trying to, but every time, for some reason it keeps like breaking on the first hit. Look at. Yeah, good. Fuck that guy. Fuck that goddamn horse. I don't know. Fuck him. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. There. It goes up to... They lose 100 now per second. or whatever it's per, and then the next one will put it at 150.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Which one? Oh, it looked like it was...
White's obsessed.
Another alcohol. I think it was one of these guys or something, but I could be wrong.
Vector. Thoroughbred. I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
It's got the spoons.
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. Tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest.
They can sit in the chair, motherfucker!
Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
Let's see. Let me make sure, you know. Let's swap spoons. Apparently, the answer is this one.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
He's like, but the spoon! That's so fucking funny. This is the way she's like, the way she reacted, and just put the spoon. I hope that tastes good, Witcher.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Oh, feels so good.
Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Whoa. Don't thank the Lord, thank the whites. Thank the whites. Thank the whites. No, Father. Yeah, I'm better.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe. So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir. Though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basilfolti, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your major domo at Corvo Bianco.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Interesting.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went
Forgot I own this place.
forcing him to sell the estate to the
a
Duchess.
ball, a shot call, got a
from
27-inch
Sir
dick.
Headsman,
I bet you got a haul.
colorful man of Catwin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great.
Oh, we should check there.
Great.
You should check if there's a.
Indeed. Apparently, he
You're
was.
stoned ass about some Taco Bell? Fuck yeah. I was gonna say, real quick, I'm gonna check if there's an update at all that we could pre-download. There is. God, I hate that you're too smart. Aren't you happy? Rather than us to get there and be like, fuck! Looks like it's only about 8-9 gigs. Yeah, nice. What do you... Oh, for Space Marine? Nice. What did you get from Taco Bell there? Penguin, what do you like from Taco Bell, you fucking...
Cut purse, who somehow secured for
Stone Boy,
himself the
savage.
post of ducal headsman in Beauclair, went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his
Nice.
exemplary
Which
service,
burritos did you get?
Duke
Just
granted
some
him
bean
title
ones or
and
what?
his estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years.
I love
Once
beans in my
retired, settled here and
burritos.
took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then
I'm
of
gonna make
taste.
some homemade beans. We got a bunch of pinto beans. So I'm just gonna boil them.
His medic
Throw some
forbade
onions and
it.
some peppers in the pot when I'm
Give up
boiling.
making wine?
Not
Yeah.
at all. He made even
You
more
said
of
negros?
it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide.
You said the grilled cheese one? That was dank
his
too there.
wine and delight
That
in the
one.
fact that at least someone could enjoy
The
it.
grilled cheese burrito?
It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
There has been, yeah. We don't have one right now at ours place. But yeah, there's one where it's like it'll have like a little bit of like grilled cheese on the outside and then like a layer of cheese on the inside or whatever. There's been quite a few different burgers and shit like that. Oh, nice. I can match this. You about the beefy vibe there? Yeah. Yeah, it's a beefy vibe there. I don't really like it that much. It's just like beans and beef and like sour cream and cheese, and it's not the what's in it as much as that, like, I don't know if you've ever bitten into it, but it's like one side has all the sour cream and the other side has everything else. And you're just like, so like if you choose wrong, you just like bite into one side and it's just a whole ass bite of tortilla and sour cream, and you're like, this is upsetting. Yeah, it's like I like sour cream, but this is not what I wanted when I went to take a bite of a burrito. You said fuck sour cream? Penguin? Understandable. I like sour cream. Yeah, and I also prefer the Mexican sour cream too, like crema or whatever. It is better. White people sour cream sucks. It's not bad. It's just, yeah, I'll eat it. It's like if you have them next to each other, it is like it's not even close. Oh, I should see if where I'm going has a teleporting way. It does. I might take a poop in like 20 minutes, like when we get closer to the time. Because I kind of feel like I got one brewing. You said Taco Bell is the main reason you hate sour cream? That's fair. Like, is it because of what I was just complaining about, where you're like, you know, they somehow just put a scoop of sour cream at one end of it, and it's just like, bruh. You said you got a crunch wrap, and that bitch was a damn sour cream wrap. I miss their like enchiladas and their like smothered burrito, honestly. The quesarito?
Think your friend's
No, the enchilada and the smothered burrito are my favorites.
You've clearly honed
They don't
your
have
sense
them
of
anymore.
humor.
You can get the enchilada
We're not
sometimes.
cannibals,
But
Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from their hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. Raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Calling them often?
I try not to overdo it, but they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a
you
last
said quesadilla and a burrito? Ooh.
That, I fear, might prove troublesome.
Lately,
You see, to use the concoction to summon
lately my order's been, because I don't know if your Taco Bell's doing it, Penguin, but our Taco Bell's doing like the the decades menu. They're bringing back like items that were from previous eras of Taco Bell, and they brought back tostadas. So I've been having like a tostada at, excuse me, the tostada add beef, and then like um, a bean burrito, and then I'll get like uh one or two of the double stacked tacos. You know, like they're like a soft taco shell or tortilla with some beans, and then they slap that onto a hard taco with like meat and stuff in there. So that's like a double one.
The solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. It would be very, very dangerous.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Interesting.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
Interesting.
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesha Mudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Sex.
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mudna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
And you're starting to scare me. Yeah, I'm starting to like this vampire guy. I wouldn't mind having a vampire homie. Where's Various to come in here and make a giggle so that and ruin it and us realize that he's not gonna make it? Oh my god, did you see him? We heard Fladoodling down there.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
Oh, you bitch.
It's an ancient form of protection.
Yeah. I need to make poop. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it right here because
Unwanted guests.
I assume this next mission is gonna be longer than 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Well, yeah, but I know that my poop is gonna take like 20 minutes, so. So I.